Hi there, welcome to another edition of The Broken Promised Land. This one will probably be shorter than usual. I'm responding to something that just happened, something that I should probably do more. The US State Department has, in its infinite wisdom, released a statement that accuses Hamas of a very serious violation of the ceasefire and calls for an immediate reaction. Here is the statement in full. The United States has informed the guarantor nations of the Gaza peace agreements of credible reports indicating an imminent ceasefire violation by Hamas against the people of Gaza. This planned attack against Palestinian civilians would constitute a direct and grave violation of the ceasefire agreement and undermine the significant progress achieved through mediation efforts. The guarantors demand Hamas uphold its obligations under the ceasefire terms. Should Hamas proceed with this attack, measures will be taken to protect the people of Gaza and preserve the integrity of the ceasefire. The United States and the other guarantors remain resolute in our commitment to ensuring the safety of civilians, maintaining calm on the ground, and advancing peace and prosperity for the people of Gaza and the region as a whole. So you can see there that not only is there a claim that Hamas is violating the ceasefire, but also a threat of American intervention in Gaza. Not the first time that has been made. Trump has often said in the past and very recently that Hamas will pay a price if they don't follow the ceasefire and don't release the hostages. This is also the second pretext that Trump and Israel have had to claim that Hamas is violating the ceasefire in a material way that threatens the viability of the ceasefire. And this also comes as the United States is sending troops to the region, which gives some theoretical teeth to the threat of intervention in Gaza. 200 troops have been sent supposedly to help monitor the ceasefire. But could there be more to what's going on? It's important to note that Israel has very clearly violated the ceasefire in several ways. According to the Gaza Media Office, Israel has carried out 47 ceasefire violations. According to all credible news sources, this has led to the death of at least 38 Palestinians and injuries to 143 others. The Israeli government today stated that it wouldn't be opening the Rafah crossing. Meanwhile, the main dispute over the bodies of hostages that are missing has been somewhat defanged as Hamas, in dribs and drabs, find new bodies every day or deliver new bodies every day. Today they delivered 2. The other day they delivered 1, slowly lowering the number of hostages missing. They'd already told Israel and the United States previously that 8 to 10 of the hostages are currently unaccounted for and that they will try to look for them. So this is the new supposed violation. Now, what are we talking about here? We're talking about something truly horrible that Hamas is doing. The accusation is that Hamas is executing extrajudicially those who are opposed to its rule, those that it said cooperated with Israel during its occupation, those that are members of militias that helped Israel or that stole aid. Hamas has killed an unknown number of people, but it's definitely in double digits. And that is a terrible crime against humanity and needs to be stopped. And it's one of the reasons I believe Hamas should not be in control of Gaza at the end of this conflict. But it's not a violation of the ceasefire. The ceasefire doesn't anywhere talk about how Hamas treats its own citizens, how it treats the citizens of Gaza that are under its control. Maybe it should have, but it didn't. And it makes little sense that it would, in terms of how ceasefires are usually structured, as they talk about ceasing fire in the conflict between the two sides. Just like Israel is continuing to do its own thing in its own borders and in the West Bank, Hamas is operating its own very problematic and illegal justice on its territory. It's not a violation of the ceasefire. So, what is it? More than anything else, it looks like a pretext to uh, allow Israel to violate the ceasefire. If you look at what this ceasefire has done, it's been a tremendous boon for Israel. Israel has managed to get its living hostages back. Now it's getting its deceased hostages back. It's also gotten various threats of sanctions against it canceled, like the Eurovision, like being thrown out of FIFA and UEFA, like EU sanctions on trade. All those things have been stopped and they've received the hostages. And now, if they restart the conflict, somehow blaming it on Hamas, Israel will be in a much better position. Sanctions have been canceled. Sure, they can be levied again, but that would require restarting the process. That would be less likely if they could find a good pretext. I'm not sure this pretext will be convincing enough. And one thing that Hamas can't take back is the hostages. They've lost that leverage. Israel remains in control of most of Gaza, 52%. It can easily take back whatever it wanted to. By the way, never had 100%, never wanted to have 100%. Basically, Israel has enjoyed the fruits of this ceasefire and now has no reason not to break it. And this American statement looks like they're right there with Israel looking for a pretext. Most likely, there's been a lot of pressure on Trump behind the scenes from Netanyahu to do this, to excuse this. Trump even made a statement earlier saying that he wasn't so concerned about what Hamas was doing, but it looks like Israel has managed to change that in order to have a pretext to break the ceasefire. All this comes after yesterday. A car holding a family with 11 people was bombed by Israel, killing no less than 7 children in it. Every day, Israel is killing Palestinians in Gaza. None of that is judged as a breach of the ceasefire. Only Hamas not breaching the ceasefire, with what it's doing to its own people, troublesome as that is, has been judged to be a breach of the ceasefire. So there's a lot of concern that Trump is back on board with the genocide, Trump is back on board with the operation, and that perhaps the whole idea of having a quote-unquote Riviera and real estate bonanza in Gaza is back on the table. We'll be following that here very closely. I'll see you here the next time something interesting happens.